Alrighty, good evening, Arkansas. This is Assistant Chief Forecaster coming back here once again. I'm here to give you guys your evening forecast update for today here. So, first and foremost, before we get into the video here, please do us a favor and please like and share these videos, guys. It really helps out in terms of getting this information out to folks, and also helps out with letting the page grow even further than it already has here. So, tuning into this video here today, it has been a pretty good Tuesday here. A little warm this afternoon here. A very beautiful morning with temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s here. Now tonight it's going to be a little bit more the humid side. We got a little bit moisture to play with here. But for tomorrow, what's going to happen is what's going on up here in southeast Kansas and to Oklahoma here. So we're going to zoom out to the regional level real quickly here, and I'm going to show you. This is a cold front that is in place right now, stretching from Kansas up to Missouri, up towards the Illinois and the Ohio Valley up here. And you can see it has spawned off a couple of strong to severe thunderstorms here in Oklahoma and southeast Kansas. Unfortunately, these storms are probably going to fade away before they even make it to Arkansas and bring us that beneficial rainfall that we've been wanting for so long here. So that's just the unfortunate part. However, this front boundary is going to bring some reinforcing shots of drier air across the natural state and some somewhat cooler air as well here. So tonight, a little bit on the muggy side, but tomorrow night, you'll definitely feel the effects of this cold front here across Arkansas. So that being said, let's go ahead and talk about temperatures real quickly, guys. And temperatures at this moment here, over here in Oklahoma, where you got a couple of severe thunderstorms ongoing, in the 90s right now. Here in Arkansas, not bad. In the upper 70s, low 80s here. 84 in Little Rock, 82 in El Dorado, 79 in Camden, 88 in Texarkana, 82 in Mena, 86 in Fayetteville, 84 in Bentonville, and also 88 at this time in Fort Smith here. So it's not terrible across Arkansas here, but as I mentioned before here, I'm going to go ahead and overlay the dew points here with the temperature. So this is the dew points at this point here. So right now, Little Rock coming in 54-degree dew point, 63 down there in Camden and El Dorado here, 64 in Jonesboro, 73, that's the interaccurate reading up there in Piggott, 63 near Hot Springs, 57 near Hot Springs, 57 for Hot Springs, 68 right now for Mena at this point here. So you can see the moisture starting to come back into the natural state as we get towards late tonight and especially tomorrow before the front boundary gets through. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough moisture to spark up some shower and thunderstorm activity here. But I can't rule it out, especially across far northern Arkansas. So with that being said, I do have some unfortunate news to tell you guys about, and this refers to the wildfire danger. It continues from much of western and central Arkansas here. There are burn bans in effect. The one in Claiborne has been allowed to be canceled. However, the one in Conway and Faulkner counties are still in effect. However, some cities have issued their own burn bans. Just because the county's not under a burn ban doesn't mean the city's not. So just be sure to check into that information if your city is under a burn ban before you do any type of burning, guys. The ground is extremely dry, and unfortunately for the next 14 days, I don't see any significant rainfall. Now, beyond that point, I would say around the middle of the month, what's going to happen is the pattern is going to shift into more of a fall pattern. The ridge that's going to be over us is going to move to the east, and that's going to allow these fall cold fronts to push down into Arkansas, and that will help to get the rainfall chances here back into the natural state. So just be patient with us, guys. We're fully aware that we need the rainfall here. We're just going to have a little patience with this. We're in the right month. We're moving in the right direction. Just got to wait just a little bit longer here. So that being said, let's go ahead and talk about your weather highlights for today here. So the cold front, it's not going to bring any significant cold air, by the way, but it is going to bring some much drier air, which is going to make the temperatures during the day a lot more comfortable than they have been over the last couple of weeks, where we've had heat indexes, 100, 105, dew points in the 70s, high temperatures in the 90s here. So with that lowered humidity, yes, it's still going to be warm during the afternoons, but it's still going to feel a lot more comfortable during the afternoons, and especially during the mornings here with low temperatures in the upper 50s, mid to upper 50s, and some low 60s across southern Arkansas. Some scattered showers and storms could be possible across far northwest Arkansas tomorrow. I'm waiting to see what happens out of the cluster storms in Oklahoma and Kansas. Right now, guidance didn't do much with it. Brings a little bit to northwest Arkansas, but nothing too significant. Dry and warm weather is expected for the next 14 days. Unfortunately, bad news for us here in Arkansas as the drought continues to get worse. And as I just got through mentioning, we are looking at the potential of a pattern change as we get towards the middle of the month. If guidance continues to trend on that, I will have a blog for you guys on our supporter hub. So just be sure to look out for that on our supporter hub as well. And also, we'll have more details on our fall outlook over the next couple of days as well here. So that being said, here's your 7-day forecast for northern Arkansas here. Cold front moves through tomorrow. 20% possible showers and thunderstorms here. Don't expect a lot, guys. Don't hold your breath. Some areas may get lucky enough to see a shower or thunderstorm. Some areas likely won't see a drop here. So just 20% coverage, high temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, overnight lows dipping back down into the mid 50s here. And I think some higher elevations could get even lower than that with that much drier air that's going to be in place. And you guys saw it on the post earlier that we're looking at 30s for dew points here. So that could really allow that temperature to drop overnight across far northern Arkansas and the higher elevations here. So we'll continue to monitor that and tweak the forecast as needed, especially in the AM outlook tomorrow. However, as we get towards the late part of this week into the weekend, the ridge is going to start to settle back into Arkansas. Moisture is going to start to increase once again. High temperatures are going to get back into the low 90s, overnight lows in the upper 60s, low 70s here. And then by Tuesday, there are some indications that a cold front could make its way towards Arkansas. Right now, it looks to stall just north of Arkansas. However, it would bring rain chances to southern Missouri and northern Arkansas as we get towards early next week here. As we get towards central Arkansas, more the same. For tomorrow here, haven't gone 20% in the metro as of now. However, as said before, we'll have to wait and see what happens with the cluster of storms up there in Oklahoma and Kansas. I may add to 20% in tomorrow morning's forecast here. Just keep an eye on that. We move towards the late part of the week and in the weekend, temperatures will quickly get back into the low 90s, overnight lows in the 60s here. And also, one more thing I forgot to mention in North Arkansas's forecast here, low to mid 90s, combined with dew points that are slowly rising but still going to be dry, combined with a dry ground, is going to result in the potential of wildfire danger being heightened over the weekend here. So keep that in mind. I know we got that big game for Arkansas and Texas on Saturday here, but just keep that in mind before you do any type of burning here. Be sure to check with your city if any burn bans are in effect. Guys, I would not recommend any type of burning right now. The ground is extremely dry at this point, so just keep that in mind for the weekend here. As the ridge begins to build back in, we'll have that drier air and that hot air coming back into Arkansas, which would be perfect ingredients for the potential of wildfire danger for Arkansas. So just keep that in mind. I know you guys are ready for the rainfall here. I'm trying my best to get the rainfall into Arkansas, but right now it's very, very hard, especially with these constant interference of these high pressure ridges here. Now, as we get towards Tuesday, I have gone 20% statewide because of the fact that before guidance is kind of back and forth right now with the heat, with the cold front that's going to push down into Arkansas. Some stalling in northern Arkansas. Our best shot would be the cold front making it down into central Arkansas and completely stalling out. That means that you'll have moisture running along in the behind the front of boundary, and that will increase rainfall chances here as we get towards next week, but I wouldn't be 100% confident on that just yet. We'll refine the forecast as needed here. So just going 20% for early to mid next week. At this point, high temperatures low 90s, overnight lows by Tuesday night, climbing back into the low 70s here. More the same for southern Arkansas here. Increased cloud cover tomorrow with the cold front moving through, overnight lows, upper 50s, low 60s. So enjoy that while it's here, guys, because the moisture is going to come back, and we return to late summer across Arkansas here as we get towards the early part of the week. And as said before, 20% pops on Tuesday. Kind of wait and see what guidance does with that cold front as we get towards next week here. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated right here on your source for all things Arkansas weather.